let's start by saying that if you were to cast your mind back to when you were 16, what words would you have appreciated hearing as you embarked on life with an entirely unknown journey ahead of you? What would you have appreciated hearing? So I would like to briefly share some of my reflections with you today. So what would I say to my younger self? Firstly, I would say, ask yourself regularly, why am I here in this world? What am I doing here? What am I here for? This is a question that begs to be asked regularly. Now, you're clearly not here in this world to have a good time, consume oxygen and the resources of the planet, pollute the place and leave. You are here for a greater purpose. And this is a purpose that goes beyond fun and play, winning and losing, sadness and happiness. Those are simply fleeting experiences. You are here to gain knowledge. Now, what do I mean by that? I would say we all come from a source that is best described as light. It is an ever-intelligent source, which is known by many names, via religion or universality, and no one can argue it's ever intelligent, because just look at the perfection of creation in itself. So this source, this light, endows us with life through an energy that drives our entire being. With this life, we have a short but fixed amount of time in this world to acquire as much experience as we can. And as we learn from our experiences, this learning becomes knowledge. And knowledge is light, ever-intelligent light. So imagine that at the start of your life, you are like the ray of the sun. You can tell the ray apart from its source because it is not so bright. But as the ray gets brighter and brighter, as you acquire more and more knowledge, you reach a point where you cannot tell the ray apart from its source. And this should be one of your core goals in life, I would say to my younger self. That would be my first message. Secondly, I would say that you are blessed with a physical body with ample capacities for your life's journey here. You are blessed with a mind that is intelligent, and an orchestra of emotions that bring vibrance to your experiences. You embody a fountain of life energy, which is called the soul or higher self, which represents the most intelligent part of you. So these are your 4 core elements that you are blessed with, and they make up what you are. Your 4 core elements are unique to you. There is no other exactly like you in the entire world. No two beings can be exactly the same. This makes you a profoundly wonderful creation. Therefore, be grateful at all times for the wonderful creation that you are. Even in your most difficult moments, when you will question your own self-value, remind yourself that you are a truly special creation, with an equal right as anyone else to be here in this world, to partake of its experiences, and to acquire the knowledge you seek. And as this wonderful creation, also recognize the same beauty in everyone else. Love them, be kind to them, and respect them, because they too are unique and wonderful, just as you are. And they are in your life to bring you endless gifts of experience day in and day out. So treat them as gifts in your life. Thirdly, I would say to my younger self, your 4 core elements are your only true assets in this world. Your body being of the most critical importance, because it is the vehicle that houses your mind, your emotions, and ever-intelligent life energy. It is the only vehicle through which you can experience life. Hence, the health of your body will fully govern the quality of your life. keep it healthy. To keep it healthy, you need physical exercise, emotional balance, and avoidance of excesses. So you must strive to avoid abuse from extreme stress, toxic and intoxicating substances, and damaging practices that you may find tempting as you cross different experiences. When in doubt, should I do it or should I not? Rely on your wisdom. It will guide you as to what you should and should not do with your body and to your body. So take good care of this precious vehicle, starting now, while you are young, and before the permanent damage sets in. So this would be another important message I would say to my younger self, having learned the hard way. Remember, your body is like a bank. What you draw from it, you must replace. There are no free loans to draw from, so draw from it prudently. Fourthly, I would say that you must care for your mind and emotional body. They must be in complete harmony with your physical body always. Your body is highly intelligent and it responds to your thoughts and emotions. So harbor healthy and creative thoughts and emotions and avoid destructive ones, because they will leave permanent imprints on your body and all its organs. So when you have deep emotions, when you go through these whipsaws, there's something in your body that is getting damaged at that moment. And later on, when you find out you have a critical illness, you go, oh, what happened? Why? Well, that's where it starts from, because illness doesn't usually come from the outside. It largely is born from within, from your thoughts and emotions, amongst other things. But these are the keys. So emotions can be a gift if you can govern them wisely, and they can be a curse if you allow them to govern you. You've played video games. Remember, you're the one that holds the controller, not the characters you see on the screen. They should not be allowed to control anything. Next, I would say to my younger self, I have news for you. Your thoughts have life, and each time you think, you emit seeds of thought that flow from you and germinate in the hearts and minds and lives of people around you and in places far away, producing reactions, responses, events, and experience. That's how this playground of life works, I would say to my younger self. Be aware of that. Therefore, it is fundamental that you think about what you think, because you're defined by the quality of your thoughts. Think about what you think, because you're defined by the quality of your thoughts. Even when you leave this world, all you will leave behind is thoughts. All your wealth and everything you own and your designer suit, it's going to be worthless, but you will leave behind thoughts in the form of memories. Let them be the best ones you can create. You can have an amazing life's journey using your power of thought and emotions to your greatest advantage. Govern them well and fine-tune them like an orchestra so that you can live within an inner beat of harmony and not chaos. And this beat gets even better as you learn to live holistically with equal care and attention paid to your body, your mind, your emotions, and your soul or higher self, the light that is you. Which brings us to your fourth core element, which is your soul or higher self. It is the real you that is ever living and eternal. It is the source of the life energy that flows through every cell in your body and through every element of your mind and emotions. It's everywhere, in every part of you. This makes your soul the singular command center of everything that you are. Not your mind, your soul. Switch off your life energy and you will cease to exist. So make it a practice to remember your soul, appreciate your soul, and always be cognizant of the real you. Not the temporary actor who bounces from event to event in the material world. That is not the real you. That actor is not you. That actor will be buried one day. Take the time each day to contemplate your higher self, either through prayer or through simple, quiet moments of reflection. Take time each day to meditate, because meditation slows and silences the noisy, racing mind. It opens you to the light of your soul that inspires and illuminates your mind through your intellect. Meditation regulates your body, mind, and emotions in a profoundly healthy way. It nourishes you at every level of your being. So if it's important for you to go to the gym for your physical body, it's equally important for you to meditate and nourish your soul. Go through moments of contemplation and reflection. They're equally important. Hence, I would advise you, I would say to my younger self, to live with conscious awareness of your higher self or soul. Let it carry you from strength to strength. Let it empower you to manifest your thoughts into reality. Let it pave your journey in such a way that when your life comes to an end and you look back with happiness and fulfillment at a journey well lived, with no stones of valuable experience left unturned. So there's much more I can say to you. Since I have a 50-year head start over you, I say to my younger self. So let me leave you now with 10 short tips, life tips, that can come in handy. What are they? First and foremost, have a great life and enjoy every moment of it. Life is an amazing roller coaster ride. So don't take everything so seriously. You are here for a very short journey, as short as the blink of an eye. So life is to be lived, experienced, and enjoyed whilst creating remarkable memories and gaining immense knowledge. People don't take roller coaster rides seriously. They simply enjoy the process. Secondly, don't waste a single moment brooding over the past or worrying about the future, because neither of them are real. They simply rob you of the present. So live in the present moment as fully as you can, and savor every minute of your life like you would your favorite food, the one you crave the most. Savor every moment like that. Accept the fact that your time in this world is getting shorter by every second. Thirdly, I want to point out to you one golden word that needs to be kept foremost here in your mind. What is this word? It is the word, in inverted commas, enough. Enough. Question yourself regularly. How much is enough? Pursue what is enough to keep you ample. And ample means enough plus a little more. That is abundance. Don't waste your precious, rapidly depleting time pursuing excesses, because you will end up paying a huge price for it with your health, happiness, and fulfillment of your purpose. Pursuit of excesses is greed. Happiness with being ample is contentment, which is a very tranquil and happy state of being. Aim to be content with everything. When you pursue excesses, you also pay an opportunity cost by wasting valuable time that you could be investing towards new experiences. And you could invest the time towards new experiences, learning and knowledge. After all, isn't that the reason why you are here in this world? To gain knowledge. Fourthly, you will discover to your dismay that life does not allow you to undo your actions or take back the words you have uttered. Your thoughts, words, and actions are absolutely irreversible. Therefore, govern them with foresight, care, and ample thought. Your life is not a movie that can be relived or replayed. Your life is like a fast-flowing river that waits for nothing and no one. Have you ever tried to chase a droplet in a river, pick it up, and put it back exactly where it was 5 minutes ago? It is impossible. That is how life works. Next, One significant lesson I have learned is to never act immediately on your emotional impulses. Your impulses are a call to think, not a call to act. Most of us get that part wrong, with painful consequences. So when you get an impulse, it is telling you to pause and think. And after adequate thought, you can act. Now, how long is an adequate thought, you may ask? Maybe the following example may help you understand. Abraham Lincoln. He was in the battlefield and he got some news from his core key general that made him very angry. And he was so angry that he wrote a letter firing this general. And then before he gave it to the horseman to take it, he thought, let me sit on it and see if I feel the same way about it tomorrow. So he put it under his pillow. The next day he looked at it, he was still angry, and he said it should go. But then he thought, no, let me wait. Let me give it another day. Like that, a week went by. And at the end of the week, he decided not to send the letter because he realized that he was acting on an impulse, that he was so furious that he was making the wrong decision. And that decision won him the war. If he had sent that letter and got rid of his core general, American history may have been different. So, that's why, what is an adequate time? An adequate time is to reach the point of wisdom. Sixth, you will live in a rapidly changing world, I would tell my younger self. What a rapidly changing journey we've had in these last 50 years. So you will live in a rapidly changing world. But change is good. Don't be afraid of it. Manage your way through change with confidence, not fear. Because fear is just an illusion that lives in the future of events that may or may not happen. Don't let it derail you. Manage your way through this changing world through confidence, because confidence resides predominantly in the present. Number 7, during your journey, you will encounter something very significant called validation, in inverted commas. You will encounter the whole concept of validation. It will keep coming your way over and over again. Validation is a sense or feeling that tells you that you are important or that you matter. It gives you a sense of self-worth. Validation gives you self-worth. It is a sense or feeling that you are important, that you matter, that you are valuable. But validation is a good feeling, but how you go about getting it is of crucial importance. Don't sell yourself to get validated, because the truth is that your self-worth emanates from within you. It is not something others can give you. Why is this so, you may ask? I have discovered that if you rely on others for your self-worth, you will never attain it. It just won't happen. Because everyone in your life is temporary. They simply come and go like passengers on a train. Would you ever value yourself based on people that come on and off trains? Of course not, because they are transitionary at best. Even the ones you considered permanent, they will die someday, making them temporary too. The only one that will be with you from start to finish is yourself. So be at peace with yourself. Value yourself. Respect yourself. Find friendship and happiness in yourself. And base your self-worth on yourself and no one else. Because the self will be with you until you die, making it the most permanent thing you will ever encounter in your journey in this world. So the key is yourself. You want self-worth? Find it from the self. One thing that has worked for me is to take time each day to be alone, in quiet contemplation with myself. when no one is around me and I'm alone, I feel at peace. With the most permanent part of me, I feel at complete peace. This is how I nurture my relationship with myself. I talk to myself throughout the day. I seek its counsel at every crossroad. Adopt this practice, and let me assure you, you won't regret it. Your self speaks to you in a soft voice. That is your inner voice. Trust it fully. Don't drown it because it's telling you what you don't want to hear. Trust it. And my dear friends, last year I released a recording called The Power of the Inner Voice. Take the time to view this video because you will find very helpful tips in it. So returning to my younger self, number 8. Another notion you will encounter in your journey is that of power and ego. It will keep coming at you. These are completely valueless illusions that will bring you nothing but heartache to yourself and to others. You will find that people who are drunk with ego and power live with the misguided perception that they have power over others, that they have power over everything that happens. Where do they ultimately end up with all their power? Ask yourself. In a crematorium? Ashes in the river? Or 6 feet below the ground? Or in the case of the Zoroastrians in India, consumed by vultures? So much for that power and ego. It is worthless. Do not pursue it. Don't fall for these illusions, because if you do, when reality sets in, you may lament how much valuable time you wasted going down those rabbit holes, and how many beautiful relationships you may have destroyed in the process. You could have been doing far more rewarding and fulfilling things instead with your valuable time. The beauty of life is that it lets you go down rabbit holes until you've learned your lesson. But those lessons don't come free, they come at a cost. And the cost is your time, your ever depleting time. So don't waste it on power and ego. And those who learn from advice are spared from the lessons. So heed this one very carefully. Number 9. Accept the fact that you control absolutely nothing in this world. 1 second from now, your life could end. Or it could take such a dramatic turn that your little so-called secure life could be turned upside down and you cannot do anything about it. So live by the mantras, let it be, and live and let live. Let it be, and live and let live. These are golden words. Let things unfold naturally, and you will experience the same events differently in the absence of your intervention. Because remember, what will happen, whether you intervene or not. So why waste your thoughts and energies acting under the misguided belief that you have any control? A better choice is to simply go with the flow. Go with the flow. And I found this approach extremely useful in building harmonious relationships too in my life, and relationships that endure. People thrive with freedom, and love simply flows unhindered in relationships that are unrestricted. Why not choose this natural path over one that is filled with the turmoils of control? Think about it. And sometimes we forget the perils of ego, power, and control, and you may find yourself doing it. And you may need to press the reset button. You may ask me how. I would say, every so often, take a walk in the cemetery every few months and read the tombstones. You will see a once powerful politician buried next to a loving grandmother, who is buried next to a billionaire, who lies next to a homeless person. Everyone ends up equal in the same place. Go to a nursery, in a maternity ward from time to time. And look at the newly born babies in their little plexiglass incubators. They are all equal, wrapped in the same white cloth material. I've often asked myself the question, if we all begin life as equals and culminate as equals, why can't we live as equals in between? It is because of the ills of ego, power, and control. That's where the cancer lies. Don't fall for it. Number 10, the last one. I would say, let me say how grateful I am to have been able to talk to you today. Speaking about gratitude, you will discover that gratitude is a very powerful aspect of life in this world. Be grateful for everything you are. Be grateful for everything you have been blessed with. Be grateful for everyone you have and will encounter in your life. Be grateful for the blessing of nature, the environment, clean air, clean earth, clean water. Offer as much gratitude as you can, as often as you can, because that's how you truly get to realize your place in this amazing playground of life. I would say to my younger self that 50 years from now, I hope you will have derived more enriching experiences through the benefit of this hindsight I've just shared with you.